Welcome to Music Theory here on thechurchcollective.com. We're very excited to be giving you some practical resources around learning the basics of music theory and the Nashville Number system. So today, before we get started, there's a couple terms that are really important to know. And the first one is octave, okay? Here's a G, here's G an octave up. Both of them G's, but there's just 7 notes in between on the scale. So G and G, G and G, G and G, okay? An octave, all right? Now, everything in between those octaves have names as well, and those are called scale degrees. So when we look at a major scale, okay, all those notes are scale degrees, and they have numbers associated with them. So we're looking at the key of G today. So first you have the root, the 1, that's G, okay? 2 is A, 3 is B, 4 is C, 5 is D, 6 is E, 7 is F sharp, and 8 is G. Although most of the time you're just going to hear 8 as 1 since it's the same, the octave of G. Okay? So we're going to take a look at applying these with chords. And so they apply the same way. So you've got G, 1, A minor, 2, B minor, 3, C major, 4, D major 5, E minor 6, F sharp diminished 7, and you've got G major, which is 8 or 1. Now that 7th chord there, that 7th chord, you're hardly ever going to hear that in mainstream praise and worship. However, you will hear it in gospel tunes, and so it's good to be familiar with it, although we mainly work with 1 through 6. Okay? Now let's take a song we're very familiar with, Our God, and we're going to work through these chords in that song using the scale degrees, the numbers, the Nashville Number system as our guide. So the intro progression and the chorus progression is 6, 4, 1, 5. 6 is E minor, 4 is C major, 1 is G major, and 5 is D major. Okay? So here's the intro. 6, 4, 1, 5, 6, 4, 1, 5. Okay? Now the verse is 6, 4, 1, 6, 4, 1 twice, and then 2, which is that A minor, to 5, which is D major. Okay? Now the timing is a little bit different, so let's take a look at that. So here's the verse. 6, 4, 1. 6, 4, 1, 2, 5. Alright, let's do it again. 6, 4, 1. 6, 4, 1, 2, to 5. Back to the chorus, which is the same as the intro. 6, 4, 1, 5. 6, 4, 1, 5. 6, 4, 1, and 5. That's pretty much the whole song of Our God. The bridge is the same. Now, that's applying these chords. Now that's the very basics, the usage of these chords. Now you can take these numbers, because now how the Nashville Number system work is there's scale degrees that aren't based on one major scale like G, but they apply to every scale. The numbers stay the same, the notes change. Okay, so take A. Okay, now the numbers are the same, again, the way they function, but the chords are different. So 1 is A, 2 is B, 3 is C sharp, 4 is D, 5 is E, 6 is F sharp, 7 is G sharp, and 8 is A. Okay, does that make sense? And so the best way to start applying these is taking your existing chord charts and start applying the Roman numerals, the numbers, to them. Okay, now just go through all your chord charts that you're regularly using and put numbers next to all the chords. Okay, now when we talk about keys, a key of G or key of A, most of the chord charts I believe have the key at the top so you can indicate what's home base, what's 1, and you go up from there. Okay, now I'm going to give you a quick tip to kind of identify chords real easily. Now again, most of the time we work through 1 through 6, so chords 1, 4, and 5 are always major chords in major keys, like G major, okay? Now chords 2, 3, and 6 are always minor chords in major keys. All right, so that should help you identify your chord charts. And what you'll find on this video, if you're on YouTube, there'll be links to the Church Collective page, and on the churchcollective.com, you'll find links to download these custom chord charts that we've created for our God that have the song in, I believe, 5 different keys, G, A, C, D, and E, with the existing numbers. And it's just the chords and the Roman numerals, so you can be practicing those chords, okay, and kind of getting those chords in your head and just be practicing those Roman numerals on all your chord charts. It's the best way to learn it, is just by doing it over and over and over again. So go ahead and download those chord charts, be practicing, and make sure to check out our next video where we're going to dive a little bit deeper into these chords.